Hi, I'm Elizabeth Tricassi, life and productivity coach with a clean slate. And here's my 1 week post-surgery update. It's been 1 week and 1 day, and in the grand scheme of things, all is well. I'm going to give you a brief update, but I'm going to circle back and make this mostly about the organizing and coaching tools that I've been using to prepare and to get through, up until today. I am going to do a separate video all about the surgery in this past week specifically, separately, and you can look at that later if you're so inclined. But brief update, I thought that I was going to be in this amazing sling for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 4 weeks, and I found out today that it only has to be 3 weeks. So I'm 33% through this ordeal, and I am very thankful because it's not ideal. So like I said, in the grand scheme of things, all is well. And thank you to all of you who have reached out with good wishes. I really do appreciate you. So the tools. This is going to be a little bit like the Abbott and Costello who's on first. So bear with me, but it'll all make sense. I'm going to talk a little bit about past self, current self, and future self. And when I'm speaking of future self, envision a dear friend that you love because it's you, and you should. So that's who your future self is. So if we go back 8-ish weeks when I first found out I was going to have the surgery, that was my past self, who at the time was my current self, planning and preparing in the best interest of my future self, which is now my current self. So there's that little circle that I was talking about, but if you just sit with it a minute, it'll make sense, I promise. So backing up to my past self, when I first found out about the surgery, some of the things that I did for myself that I am really thankful now currently, I'm thankful that I practiced a few things when I was fully capable, what I thought I would be able to do with just my left arm. And I'm really glad that I did that practice. I saw some holes that I was able to pivot and fill some of them and be better prepared for right now. So that was great. I had the foresight, my past self had the foresight to anticipate some things that I might need now that, my future self, my current self might need now. And that's like things like this fuzzy seatbelt cover, which is really nice, that when I needed it, I needed it. I didn't want to have to go searching for it. So I'm really appreciative that I had the foresight to, think through some of those things. My past self also cleared my calendar for my first week and reduced my schedule for the next few weeks. And I'm really thankful I did that. The first week has really been a big adjustment. And in spite of all the practicing and preparing, I can still only do so much. And I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But the reduced schedule for the next few weeks is going to be helpful. And I can always ramp it up sooner if I need to, but it's easier than having to pull back. So I'm really appreciative to my past self. Let's see. I guess the other thing was I had the foresight to know that I was going to have some low points. And so having some special treats on hand, so when I hit those low points, I would just have them to indulge myself as best I could. Very much appreciate that. So I encourage you to think about what you can do to appreciate yourself and treat yourself kindly. Now, some of the other things that my current self is using, some of the tools my current self is using, is completely surrendering, accepting what is, not fighting, not trying to optimize, not trying to be efficient, but really just being with where I am and knowing that's okay, and just letting it wash over me and surrendering to what is. That is not an easy skill, and I'm practicing it. But when I honor it, I really do appreciate that. Advocating for myself. Nobody is going to advocate for you like you will. And so speak up for yourself. I really encourage you to do that. Practice that. If you're not already, practice it more, do it more. Same with not apologizing. Not apologizing for what you need. And it's okay to ask for what you need. And I think as women, we tend, I don't know, maybe you don't do it, I do it, but I apologize unnecessarily. So, working on doing that. Some things that my past self did or anticipated that didn't work out so well, and then I'm still adjusting, is computer work. I thought I would be able to do a little bit more than I can. And so the fact that I've scaled back some of my what I expect I can do is super helpful, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do as much on the computer until I'm in a different sling. So not for another couple weeks. And then it turns out that a good night's sleep is really important. And those have been few and far between for this past week. And I expect that's going to be true for the next 2 weeks as well. And so again, having that reduced schedule is super helpful. So I think I'm going to wrap up here, and I want to leave you with these inquiries. What decisions are you, as your current self, making to benefit your future self, that dear friend that you love? And when are you, as your current self, advocating and speaking up and being unapologetically authentic and not apologizing for what you need? I'm going to encourage you to practice that, practice it a lot. Let me know what works for you. Let me know where you stumble, because I'm right there with you. And I guess until next time, I'm going to say, enjoy your journey. Thanks. Bye.